Interest in the Philippines real estate. The year 2020 presents numerous open doors for land financial specialists contrasted and the earlier years. Among the numerous upsides that are valid in the year are the problematic innovation and crossing ecological and maintainable advancements that guarantee to work for those that put resources into the Philippine land industry. Here, we acquaint with you the absolute most beneficial land speculations and why you ought to decide to put resources into the flourishing nation that is the Philippines. Very good quality real estate investment Philippines. When discussing land, the focal point of numerous individuals is generally just on private structures. Despite the fact that this is the most used variety to land, the truth of the matter is, different enterprises can be investigated too. It may premium you to realize that the Philippines is one of the nations that has been seriously subverted with regards to land ventures. That shouldn't be the situation in light of the fact that the nation really positions as a top entertainer in the land division. In opposition to the attestations that the Philippine land advertises on a descending winding, rising realities keep on demonstrating that the converse is the situation. Factors, for example, the flood of vacationers, the extensions in the BPO enterprises, and the surge of OFW settlements are a portion of the hints behind the blast of land in the Philippines, making it one of the quickest developing on the planet as of now. Then again, you have the chance to look over numerous alternatives. For example, you might need to put resources into business, private, land or mechanical land specialties. Civilities, streets and houses were intended to supplement the highlights of the regular geography of the zone through tropical modernism. Do take note of that numerous variables will in general impact your prosperity when making land interests in the Philippines. Likewise, the current soundness of the nation's speculation division makes it a decent. It is a smart thought to begin taking a gander at private properties and flourishing areas in the nation from driving land organizations, for example, Greenfield Development Corporation. Putting resources into Philippine land is available to both beginners and specialists. Be that as it may, it despite everything assists with having a lot of account and a specialized skill to assist you with moving inside the business. Additionally, the most inconceivable of the offers is the openings for both the authorized and non-authorized financial specialists to come into the Philippine land industry. In this case, land representatives can acquire the applicable permit to proceed with their organizations. Yet, should a merchant be not able to acquire a permit, a purchaser can take the backup way to go of purchasing and selling private parcels available to be purchased as the pre-selling choice, which is all the more prompt so you can in the long run proceed onward to a bigger scope. You additionally need not be constrained by an absence of information. Attached in the Philippine land industry began as unpracticed people. By reliably learning, they had the option to fabricate million-dollar land organizations in the nation. On the off chance that you're pondering where to begin, the Greenfield Development Corporation can help you and furnish you with the help you have to break into the flourishing Philippine land part. Begin today. Land investments in the Philippines. The Philippines has perhaps the best arrangement with regards to land. All things considered, here are a few focuses important about land in the nation. Remembering these might spare you some pressure, and spare your assets too. Land is not for lucky people. In case you are going into land in the Philippines, or some other spot, with the mentality that you may luck out, the odds of you losing as opposed to picking up is high. It's imperative to have a few thoughts regarding the business and to be astute with your survey. Commits 45% of its 33 hectares to green oaks. Land is for life improvement. There's no denying that land ventures pay well, particularly when you're acquainted with the business. In any case, the spotlight shouldn't be just on the additions, benefits or the occasional cost increment that promptly strikes a chord of numerous speculators. Rather, the spotlight ought to be more on offering some benefit. A motto would settle on the choice to put resources into private properties that will give inhabitants or tenants more spaces. That way, you address an issue and the recipients, the occupants, will pay for the administration. Minimal capital can get you started. The Philippine land industry is one of the most growing everywhere throughout the world. Actually, this was found in the long-standing continuance of the business amidst the 2008 worldwide financial emergency that hit hard on the U.S. economy, which has helped support her development rate after some time. Rather than mainstream thinking, the blast of the Philippine Land Showcase isn't fundamentally a direct result of the tech organizations and the BPO firms. What contributed incredibly to the blast was the flood of the land markets in urban communities, for example, Davao, Clark, Iloilo, and SDA. Rosa Laguna, property investment in the Philippines. On the off chance that you are hoping to put resources into properties in the Philippines, you very well might be making the best choice in light of the fact that the nation has numerous open doors for potential financial specialists like you. Perusing articles and investment in the Philippines will keep you refreshed about the patterns and openings in the Philippine land advertise. Civilities, streets and houses were intended to supplement the highlights of the regular geography of the territory through tropical modernism. By checking the land business in the nation for quite a while. The following are a portion of the rural metropolia in the Philippines where you can put resources into eco-accommodating private properties or some other sort of property that makes you excited. Makati City. Makati City is one of only a handful, hardly any Asian urban areas that presents an unmatched chance to financial specialists hoping to buy apartment suites. More than 60,000 retail and business foundations are as of now working there, and a lot more will jump up in the coming months. In this manner, making Makati City a prime area that guarantees a speculation resource grade. Muntinlupa City. In the event that you're more pulled into eco-accommodating habitations, at that point you can give setting your sights a shot. Muntinlupa City. Not exclusively is it eco-accommodating, it is additionally profoundly urbanized with a business area flourishing in its inside. It is additionally near top-notch city SDA, Rosa, which is situated in the Laguna province. Intrigued financial specialists should see the undiscovered chances of this area and begin contributing. Tagtay City. At the point when you notice tranquility, great food, and diminished expenses of living, Tagtay City rings a bell. The city invites many vacationers that rush to visit destinations, for example, the Tao Lake. Along these lines, the second you join to create private properties in the city, you can make certain of giving your occupants a treat to the rural city expectations for everyday comforts. Interests in the Philippines are profitable. You've currently observed that the Philippines presents numerous open doors for individuals hoping to put resources into the nation's land industry. If it's not too much trouble, drop a remark on the off chance that you need to get important bits of knowledge on the most proficient method to begin on land interests in the Philippines.